To Be Like Jesus, written by Ellen G. White.
God took 6 days and created earth and moon, the stars and sun. On the seventh day he rested from the work that he had done. Then he blessed it, made it holy as a gift for every man, to remind us where we came from and just how this world began. Holy day, purified, set apart, sanctified, enter into joy divine in a temple made of time.
The Day That God Made Holy, May 14th. Doing well on the Sabbath honors the day.
Of how much more value, then, is a man than a sheep? Therefore, it is lawful to do good on the Sabbath. Matthew 12, verse 12.
When questioned, is it lawful to heal on the Sabbath days? Jesus answered, What man shall there be among you that shall have one sheep, and if it falls into a pit on the Sabbath day, will he not lay hold on it and lift it out? How much more then is a man better than a sheep? Wherefore it is lawful to do well on the Sabbath day. Matthew 12, verse 10 and 12.
The spies dared not answer Christ in the presence of a multitude for fear of involving themselves in difficulty. They knew that he had spoken the truth. Rather than violate their traditions, they would leave a human being to suffer, while they would relieve a brute because of the loss to the owner as if it were neglected. Thus, greater care was shown for a dumb animal than for a person who was made in the image of God.
This illustrates the working of all false religions. They originate in the human desire to exalt self above God, but they result in degrading humanity below the brute. Every religion that wars against the sovereignty of God defrauds human beings of the glory which was theirs at the creation, and which is to be restored to them in Christ. Every false religion teaches its adherents to be careless of human needs, sufferings, and rights. The gospel places a high value upon humanity as the purchase of the blood of Christ, and it teaches a tender regard for the wants and woes of humankind.
When Jesus turned upon the Pharisees with the question whether it is lawful on the Sabbath to do good or to do evil, to save life or to kill, he confronted them with their own wicked purposes. They were hunting his life with bitter hatred, while he was saving life and bringing happiness to the multitude. Was it better to slay upon the Sabbath, as they were planning to do, than to heal the afflicted, as he had done? Was it more righteous to have murder in his heart upon God's holy day, rather than love, which finds expression in deeds of mercy?
In the healing of the withered hand, Jesus condemned the custom of the Jews and left the fourth commandment standing as God has given it. It is lawful to do well on the Sabbath days, he declared. By sweeping away the senseless restriction of the Jews, Christ honored the Sabbath, while those who complained of him were dishonoring God's holy day.
See him worship on the Sabbath, as his weekly custom was. Feel the fury of the rabbis, for he would not heed their laws. So they killed him on a hillside as the sun began to fade. But he even kept the Sabbath as they laid him in the grave. Holy day, purified, set apart, sanctified, enter into joy divine in a a temple made. Holy day, purified, set apart, sanctified, enter into joy divine in a temple made of time. Join us tomorrow for another devotional reading by God's grace. The Lord your God will set you high above the nations of the world. You will experience all these blessings if you obey the Lord your God.